Coming up on Network Africa. Rescue officials in South Africa free 1,800 workers trapped in a mine in Rustenburg. Turkey opposes the United States' plans to declare the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist organization. Plus, the UN rights chief urges humanitarian corridors in Libya as fighting in urban areas intensify. Hello and a warm welcome to the program. I'm Teniola Shoboeli. Today is the International Workers' Day, also known as Labor Day, and Nigerian workers have joined the international community to commemorate the day with keynote speeches and a march at state capitals across the country. The day is set aside by the international labor movement to highlight the conditions, struggles, victories, hopes and aspirations of workers. In Nigeria and other parts of the world, it's usually a public holiday and another opportunity by labor unions to table their demands and listen to speeches by their leaders and top government officials. This year, workers in Nigeria have cause to celebrate the signing of a new minimum wage of 30,000 naira by the federal government after a long, drawn back-and-forth argument on the benchmark from 18,000 naira. However, the labor movement still has a big hurdle to cross, and that is to ensure that public and private employers begin full implementation of the payment of the new minimum wage. Now in South Africa, all 1,800 workers trapped underground at a mine in South Africa have been brought to surface. The mine's owner, Sibanye Stillwater, says rails fell down a shaft on Tuesday afternoon, leaving the workers stuck underground at the mine in Rustenburg in Northwest Province. Last year, 955 miners were rescued from a Sibanye-owned gold mine after a storm damaged electricity supply and trapped them on the ground. Let's get more on this story now from our correspondent in South Africa, Becky Miley. Becky, thanks for joining us on Network Africa. Why does this keep occurring in South Africa, especially at mines owned by Sibanye Stillwater?
Well, that is rather a very difficult question to answer because every year after year, police say that they are doing the structure, but we really see that doing the work. And usually have come out to say that no, they do not care about their workers, but they care about profit. So, it's been different mines, it's a big problem. But up now, we reach the store. If they really put money into the mine, or they put concern of digging what they get from the mine.
Well, Becky, what is the government saying about this new occurrence, though, and what steps have they actually taken in the past to protect mine workers?
Well, the government has reacted strongly against it. In the past, they have tried to make more decisions and tried to protect mine workers, by making sure that, they were safe and of making sure they are immediately up point and point. But then one has put up government to make sure everything that was implemented. So the government has come up with this issue, but having reached up and visited the mine, visited the mine to check, and they're doing what the government regulated not.
We do apologize for the poor audio quality, but Becky, thank you for bringing us up to speed on that story. Meanwhile, South Africa's International Relations Minister, Lindiwe Sisulu, has given assurances to election observers that their safety is assured during the voting process on May 8th. The minister was speaking at her monthly briefing where she gave progress reports of efforts taken to calm the situation in Sudan, Libya, and even cyclone-hit Mozambique. Our South Africa Bureau Chief Betty Dibia tells us more.
South Africa's Minister for International Relations and Cooperation, Ms. Lindiwe Sisulu, gave details of the outcome of the special AU Troika meeting in Egypt over the situation in Libya and Sudan.
At the moment, the holding statement is that which was issued by the Troika, that we are asking that this be taken into consideration. That is our decision. We're asking for a ceasefire, and we're asking for the people of Sudan to accept that it would be very difficult for the military to hand over almost the military. There isn't to hand over to the civilian population. There isn't a structure there that would be able to hold the country together. We have therefore given a request, we've requested and given a decision out that we would like them to be in place for 3 months. In Libya, Egypt is at the helm of this, and yes, we have asked Haftar as well from South Africa, all of them, the militias, General Haftar, and the government in Tripoli to cease fire.
She says that the much talked about Gaddafi millions is neither stashed in South Africa nor Swaziland.
From where we sit, there is no money that we are aware of that belongs to Gaddafi that we can track or trace and return to the people of Libya.
Ahead of the May 8 national and provincial elections in the country, the SADC election observers have raised security concerns and fears over xenophobia, an issue the minister says is being handled.
We're very ready to give him that assurance, which is the assurance that we've given everybody, with a representative of the diplomatic corps here, that we are on top of the situation. Anybody who is finding himself faced with an attack of any nature, it is a purely criminal matter, and it should be reported immediately to the police.
On the issue of the high cost of South African visas in Nigeria, among other countries, and long processing time, the minister says that too is being looked at.
Home Affairs is working on restructuring it, making it more efficient, making it faster, and making it less expensive.
The minister also announced that the 2020 January African Union Summit will be hosted by South Africa instead of Swaziland because of the country's financial challenges. She also gave a progress report on support being given to Mozambique after the cyclones, as well as Zimbabwe and its economy. From Pretoria, South Africa, Betty Dibia, Channels Television News.